In this lecture, we'll have a look at the so-called context diagram of the app that we are going to build, so that you have a holistic view of what is where and what comes next. So let's go and have a look at our context diagram. So what we have here is all these boxes and lines showing you the pieces of software that we're gonna put together. And it is in 3 different sections. It will make sense in just a minute. So we'll be using Vapi and n8n, as I just mentioned. The very first thing we will do is we'll take the Gmail node as a trigger in n8n, and we'll set a 5-minute or maybe every minute on a trigger on a cycle. Every minute it will fetch new emails, and then this email will be stored inside a database. Why this? Because then we have a source where we can query the last 5, 10, 20, whatever number that we decide. And at the same time, we will trigger a job or a microservice or a request to a custom code that we will do here, which will be as a part of the lecture part number 3, which is vibe coding. So that piece of box will do something in regards to legal check, EU AI Act, or we'll do some prompting on that when it comes. And then for every single email we receive, for example, we check it as legal aspects, and then we put back that information in the database next to that email, so that you know that if something is not there in n8n, you have a way to go back to your own code and then you execute it. n8n also has this custom code thing, but we will do it in cursor and make sure that we cover a few more topics of vibe coding when we get there. All right, so in this case, then we are already moving on. We will have an iPhone calling a phone number. Vapi picks the phone call. Then Vapi have a conversation with the user using that iPhone. And then it will detect when to do a tool calling, basically knowing when to call n8n or when to do this bridging between n8n. And then the n8n will trigger this AI agent that basically will decide what to do with this piece of content, whether to compose, reply, and so on. And then it will send it to ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT will summarize it, give it back to us in a speakable way. We'll do some prompt engineering here to make sure that the response is easily spokeable by Samantha, or this voice AI agent that we're building. And the last piece of this diagram shows this entire cycle, but instead of like summarizing it, this time we're basically composing an email and then sending a message back to Samantha that yes, we're done, go on with your work. So basically that's the entire context diagram and what we are going to build. And we're not going to just build it in Vapi and n8n. As I mentioned, we'll touch some vibe coding 101 concepts, and we will make sure that you are equipped with the type of knowledge that you need as a totally non-technical founder, solopreneur, product manager, or whatever your position is. Or even if you're a programmer, this much content in this course will help you to build a voice AI agent that can read your email and compose emails. And also you have a toolkit that you can do custom coding. And it will be a spark to a lot of more ideas that you can build with this kind of a toolkit. See you in the next lecture.